Warning: this interview contains major spoilers. If you have not seen Scream 6, proceed with caution.
Welcome to Convo Fango. Today we are joined by Radio Silence and a tiny baby to talk about Scream 6. Woo!
Yay!
So I've maybe seen, I'm okay. This is franchise is all right. I've seen maybe a couple movies.
Love the
Look at all the merch.
So first question, Samara Weaving, cold opening. That was amazing. Did you guys pitch her on that? Did she ask to be the first kill? Like, what was the inception of that?
We found this out later, but that was who they thought of when they were writing it. They were thinking of Samara. So it was naturally in the DNA of the script. And then when we got to that part in casting, we all also were like, that should be Samara. This would be perfect. And so we literally called her up on the way to dinner one night. And by the time we were at dinner, she was like, I'm in. I'll be out there. Just tell me where to go and I'm on my way. So yeah, it was kind of there from the inception.
Nice. What does that pitch sound like? Are you guys like, do you want to be the first kill? Do you want to be the Drew in Scream 6? Like, how do you pitch that to her?
We actually didn't get into details. We told her there was a really cool role. We'll send you the scene. And because we wanted her to be as surprised by it as we were when we read it. We think that's ultimately like the script is the sort of best pitch for what that character is and then goes through. And we sent it to her, and I mean, she was just flipped nice. For it, and loved the idea of having survived Ready or Not, that she would be the opening kill.
From final girl to first to die. Yeah.
Yes.
What a cycle. That cold opening was something like that is really hard to pull off, especially I think this deep in a franchise. It's hard to pull one over on the majority of the audience. And I feel like I was like, okay, where are we going with this? And do I like this? How do I feel about this? So what was that like, kind of like setting that up? And how did you feel about that? Kind of like, here we have the killer reveal at the beginning. We're flipping everything upside down on its head, but then not really.
I mean, I think we loved it in the script. Like, we read the script and we had hopefully the reaction a majority of audiences who like it are having, where they go, oh, wow, I don't know what's happening. I'm into that. Let's go with it. But I will say during the edit, we kept asking ourselves, like, are we asking too much? Like, are we fucking this up? Because it's so jarring. And, at a certain point, you've watched it 100,000 times and you start to get desensitized to it. And I think we kept kind of gut checking each other and making sure that it was really working. Because until it's in front of fresh eyes, it does become hard because it's such a twist. And we're like, are people going to get mad that Samara did this movie for under 5 minutes? Because we personally are a little bit like, oh man, she should be in the whole movie. Yeah. But it's something we constantly check. And then once we got it in front of an audience and we saw the reaction, we were like, oh, good. This is working. Like, people are on board.
I feel like, though, you're part of what's so fun about the opening is that it's very aware of expectation, right? That there are like certain kind of like key things that you anticipate the opening doing. And the script was really aware of those things. We remember that moment where, Ghostface the slash at Laura and that it doesn't cut to the title. And in the script, it was written, but we don't cut to the title card. And it was like, right. Like the movie is so aware of the formula that it's doing the thing, but also is fully gonna be twisting it inside of itself. And we just loved that.
Amazing. So it kind of, it sets you up that way. And it's like, we're fucking with the formula and they're like, oh God, like what, oh dear, clutching the pearls. Right. And then it flips into like the main story and we have like, such the formula, but in a good way. I mean this in a complimentary way. It's like Scream 2 is kind of the template for your Scream 2, which I thought was a really cool thing because you like completely fuck up the formula in the beginning and then you're like, just kidding, we actually have this like kind of like
welcome back.
Everybody relax, be cool, this is fine. But I will say, when I saw Samara, when I saw her announced for the cast, I was so stoked. And then I saw her in the opening. I was like, God damn it.
These motherfuckers. Jesus. Yeah.
But then I was like,
But
but
I
are
think
they fucking with
that's
me?
part of what that awareness is. Like that was
Yes.
part of the expectation was like, and I think one of the things we loved about casting her was, and then casting Tony and making that first phone call feel like a rom-com, like a first date, like a flirtation, and not like a call with Ghostface, is this feeling of, wait, maybe she's not going to die. Like maybe she's going to stumble onto Ghostface killing somebody else. And then what is the story? Like that was sort of also built in to how we designed that. The expectation of, oh, fuck, she's first character you see on camera. She's obviously going to die. And then, wait, maybe she's not going to die. Maybe it's someone else. And so just being aware of and always sort of playing with that was really fun. It was like a super fun exercise with this one.
So you guys like fucking with people, because that's entirely what that whole opening segment was.
We like eliciting a response.
Okay. Listen, that's just a more eloquent way of saying we like fucking with people.
Fair.
Man. The return of Kirby, like, was that something that was in it from the very, very beginning? Did that come about in like the genesis of like different iterations of the script?
No, I mean she's been in this since the very first draft of the script, and it was like something that we toyed around with on 5, but we just couldn't find the right way to do Kirby justice on a return. So we wanted to get in the Easter egg in 5, and we talked to Hayden about it. And after the first conversation with Hayden, she's like, "Yeah, I'll come back in a heartbeat. Like, you just let us know, and I'll be there." And then what Guy and Jamie did with the script with her character, I mean, just thematically on point. I think like everyone is dealing with like past trauma, and some are dealing with it more recently. And Kirby's had some time to process it and really be away from it for about 10 years now. So I think what Hayden brought to the role, and to see her take this authoritative view, with her character, I thought that was like really fascinating. To see Hayden be able to do that, and to have Kirby move on with her life in that way, I think was really, really special. But again, it was just a pleasure working with Hayden, and really seeing Kirby back in the Scream franchise is just like a dream come true.
Absolutely. It was so exciting to have Kirby back, and then such in like a badass way too. Like
yeah, exactly. No, like as a boss. I mean, Kirby is a boss, like she always has been, but like this is like a new level, right? When the Gail, I have a gun line, she's like she is now the hunter of the people that are tormenting her. And I think that's just a really nice way to move forward with her life, and really to take on a proactive approach to stopping these like horrible things that are plaguing all of our characters. Yes.
And then we also get these really fun exchanges, because I mean, Kirby is essentially frozen in Gail's mind as a teenager, but also ours as well. Like, we're like, we don't, is she dead? Is she not dead? There's been fan theories. Like, we never actually saw her completely, like, actually confirmed dead. So that at some point she could come back. And then she does come back, but it's like, oh shit, you're an FBI agent. And Gail's like, how? She's a child. Like, that whole,
right.
We also love that Guy and Jamie, they also did kill her. Like, I think that the fun of like, I died for 4 minutes is, the fans who thought she was dead also are right. Like, she technically did die.
Nobody was wrong. Like, everyone gets to be right here.
Yeah, totally. Everyone calm down. Yeah. Everyone's right.
No, God damn it, I said she was dead. Well, yes, she was for 4 minutes, but now she's back. So. Also, you guys got to do the version that has more ghost faces than ever before. We have 5 ghost faces.
What, do you do the ghost face count? Because we've been having this internal debate.
Internal debate?
Yeah. How many do you have? 5?
We have 5, right? We've got the 2 in the beginning, and then we've got the family trio.
And then what about Melissa, Sam? Does that count?
I don't count that.
Well, what are the criteria?
She kills in the costume.
Okay, you guys were like, ask us, bring it.
No, we don't know.
Well, we've been debating it as well. We don't have a solid answer on it. We're just kind of, we're
Okay, so it's for my logic for this is Sam is being hunted, right? She puts it on. She has like the Ghostface DNA, but she's doing it as like in defense. She's not running offense on this. So for me to count as a Ghostface in this, you're running offense, and you're like planning this, and you're hunting the Carpenter sisters and the gang, the core 4, ideally, is my criteria.
That's good criteria.
Totally valid.
That's valid.
the "you're in my movie now." Like I
Yeah.
She didn't need to put the costume on and do the whole song.
It's a fun debate to have. I'm sure Reddit
It is. Yeah.
really-
You're right. She didn't need to do all that, which made me a little bit worried for her. But I'm like, did we like Sam? Maybe let's dial it back. I'm a little bit as a
Even got
friend.
the
I'm
voice
concerned.
modulator.
Yeah.
We sort of love that is one of the like. God, I don't even want to let air into the conversation this way, but it's one of our favorite kind of funny logic things that we're playing with is after they fall off of that balcony, that instead of killing Bailey, Sam is like, no, I'm going to put the fucking mask on. I'm going to get the voice modulator. I'm going to grab the knife and I'm going to just like lure Detective Bailey back.
We also said that in that amount of time, whatever that is, let's call it 2 hours. We're like, she also went to check on Tara, right? She was like, "You're cool, okay. I gotta go do some
Chad though.
cosplay." Yeah,
Some cosplay. That's like next level of cosplay, though. Like Sam was like, "We're gonna do it. We're gonna go all the way." You know what? But this is one of those like the Kirby things. Like, is she dead? Is she not dead? You're both right. I'm gonna say if someone wants to say there are six ghost faces in this one, I wouldn't say they're wrong.
that's where we land, I think. At the end
But
of the
my
day.
answer is 5. But you're both right. At any point, I'm wondering, were any of the core 4 in danger of not making out of Scream 6? Like, was it always going to be like they all get to survive to the next one? Or was there any kind of moment where it's like, I don't know, we might lose one of the core 4 members here?
No, it was like I think we talked about it because we always do. We did with the last one too. Like, do we need to kill more people? And I think every time we like,
what a weird job you have, by the way.
weird job. Weird fucking
Well
job.
said. Yeah.
But every time we like thought about it, even for a second, it was like it just feels callous. It didn't feel. It weirdly felt like it was reaching outside of what the movie was aiming to do, which I think in our minds was to ultimately feel really good and cathartic at the end.
Yeah.
And I think to also be a sort of twist on itself, right? The expectation, like franchise, like bigger bloodbath, more like bigger body count. I mean, Mindy says all of those things, and then we're like, no, it doesn't have to be that. The idea that it can challenge itself was really fun to us.
I also think there was something like in the last one, with Dewey's death, it is such, I know, agreed. It's so hard, and it's supposed to be hard. And then the movie has to deal with that for the next, 15, 20 minutes in a very like real way. We need to slow the movie down. Everybody needs to handle this. And I think with this movie, by design, it's sort of like out of a shotgun and just goes till the end. And so there's also this part where it's like, we wouldn't want to do a disservice and kill characters and then just move on. You know what I mean? It's like, I think, one of the things we really liked about Scream 5 is that it actually did take the time, while it was really hard to kill Dewey, it did take the time to see how that affected Gail, to see how it affected Sid. And, that was, I think, also part of it.
My debate for this is that you're saying it might be too callous to kill them off. I think maybe it's more callous if you're making us love them more and we're staying with them longer, only to have one of them killed off later on when we're like, it's like a just Dewey us right through the heart. And I'm like, oh God, we've had 4 movies.
Scream 7's gonna hurt y'all.
See, I'm
our
worried.
pitch for Scream 7, no murder. Everyone's just on vacation. It's a good time.
They're just chilling on the beach. No ghost faces in sight.
No Ghostface.
And then maybe we'll bring it back in 8. We'll do it like Scream in space, Ghostface is back on the rampage, and we pick it up like double time.
Double time. Yes, perfect.
We just saw Jamie on our text chain just sent us a fan poster of Scream in space. It's so good.
You got to like show it on
astronaut suit with the Ghostface mask. It's really
that's amazing.
Super well done. Super well done.
Of all the ghost faces throughout the franchise, who do you guys think like the biggest asshole ghost face is?
The character?
Yeah.
Because
No, the actor.
Definitely Jack Quaid. If it's
the actor, we're getting real right now. Yeah, I'm going to stop you right there. The character, please.
And just to be clear, Jack Quaid is the sweetest human being ever met.
Yes.
Oh my god.
really good.
Yeah. Ghostface in space. It's also just very catchy, you know. Ghostface in space, like
Yeah, the rhyme makes it like you have to do it.
Yeah, you're kind of locked in at this point. Is what I'm saying. All right.
Asshole ghost.
I feel like every answer is going to be controversial, but can I just throw out two for kind of discussion, because I kind of immediately go to Jill and Stu because they're doing it for bullshit vanity reasons, not primal, not revenge.
Yeah.
And there's something really, really gross about that.
I was gonna say Mickey just because he's like psychotic.
Oh,
he's
Jack and him.
He's just a sociopath.
Right.
Like
Mickey's,
loves killing people.
Those are great answers. Okay, all right. I still think Billy is mine. Like you didn't have to like do the whole virginity thing. You could have just been an asshole boyfriend. And
That's a really good.
Yeah, he like took it to the next level. I'm like, really, you're
You could have
gross.
killed me before that.
We had that moment in Scream 5 because Jack's character Richie is also a giant asshole.
He really is.
Yeah, and we had a moment in that because Jack is such a likable person that we were kind of worried about, like, will this turn work? And there's a line in there where he talks about sleeping with Sam and how easy it was and blah, blah, blah. And that is the moment you go, kill this motherfucker. Kill this dude. I can't wait. Yeah. And it's like, but it's really effective. And it is, I feel like that's something maybe that we kind of subconsciously picked up on from the Billy stuff.
No, it makes it ickier for sure, because there's that line of like, you're I know you're a killer, but you've also kind of got this charming like ability to you, which is why you're able to be a killer and get close to these people. And then you take it there and you're like, fuck this guy. Like,
yeah.
beheadings, please. All right, guys, I know we are out of time. Thank you so much. Congratulations on this. Scream 6 is now in theaters with tons of fun, weird shit. So I'm sure everyone watching this has already seen it because this is an all spoilers interview, but I'm going to go see it again. You should go see it again.